Hi, and welcome to your strength practice. This practice is perfect for skiers and snowboarders to develop strength for your season. I will work on strengthening your quads, tracking of your knees, and strengthening your back. I hope you enjoy. Hi, and welcome to your strength practice today. This is going to be a perfect practice to build strength during your off season. And I'm going to work on the quads, the knees, also a little bit of the core, but it's really going to be focused on a strong flow. So come to the top of your mat. Bring your feet about hip width apart. We're going to take care of our knees and our hips today. Bring your shoulder blades back and down and look forward. Engage your quads so your kneecaps come up. Allow your tailbone to come down. Engage the sides of your waist. Bring your hands to heart center. Roll your shoulder blades back and down your back. And make sure the crown of your head is in line with your heels. Inhale, raise your arms all the way up. Look up. Exhale, swan dive, fold all the way forward. Starting out with the sun salutation. Inhaling to halfway lift, flatten your back, nice long spine. Bring your hands to just underneath your knees. And walk your hands back, or walk your feet back. Bring your hands just underneath your shoulders. Look forward, engage your core. Take 2 breaths here. Make sure you're in a nice neutral alignment where your hips aren't too high or too low. And you can feel the lower belly engage. Have the crown of the head come forward. So look down just about a foot in front of your mat. Take another nice deep breath, have your toes together. And then slowly lower all the way to the ground. Bring the tops of your feet to the ground, roll your shoulder blades back and down, lift up your heart and your chest. Make sure your elbows go back and you have your quads slightly engaged, your toes together. Curl your toes under, come up onto your knees, and sit back into downward dog. Bend your knees in this first one, take care of your hamstrings, and bring your feet together. Bend one knee, bend your other knee. A nice straight spine, a nice straight line from the heels of your hands all the way to your tailbone. Again, bend one knee, bend your other knee. We're just warming up here. Take 3 steps all the way to the front of your mat. Bring your feet about hip width apart. Bend your knees, slowly roll all the way up. Make sure you take care of your hamstrings. Inhale, raise your arms to the sky. Lower your hands to heart center. Engage your quads. Inhale, come all the way up with your hands. Exhale, swan dive, fold all the way forward. Just as far as you can go. Inhale, halfway lift, bring your hands just underneath your knees. Flatten your spine, engage your lower belly. Bring your hands to the ground, walk your feet back into high plank, engage your core. Take a couple breaths here, look in front of your mat. Make sure your wrists are right underneath your shoulders. 2 more breaths. Bend your knees and then lift your tailbone to the sky as you come back. Your head comes to the ground. And again, bend one knee, bend your other knee. A little bit faster this time. One heel comes down, the other heel comes down. Nice, strong, straight back. Bring your shoulders away from your ears. Palms on the ground, fingertips on the ground. Couple more presses through the heels. And then walk 3 steps all the way forward to the front of your mat. Bring your feet hip width apart. Inhale, come all the way up, fingertips to touch, look up. Engage the lower belly. Bring your hands to heart center. One more, a little bit more flow. Inhale, raise your arms all the way up, fingertips to touch. Exhale, swan dive, fold all the way forward. Inhale to a nice flat back, engage your quads. This will help your knees. Exhale, come forward, place your hands down, step your feet back, engage your core. Nice deep breath here. Shift the crown of your head forward this time. Come all the way down into your belly. Tops of your feet come to the ground, roll your shoulder blades back and down, cobra. Curl your toes under, downward dog. Again, bend one knee, bend your other knee, back and forth and back and forth. Get your breath going in and out through your nose, stretching out your hamstrings, engaging your quads, engaging your belly. And then 3 walks all the way forward. 2 more of those. Bring your feet hip width apart. Inhale, raise your arms all the way up, fingertips to touch. Lower your hands to heart center. Inhale, raise your arms up, engage your lower belly. Exhale, swan dive from the hips all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift, engage your quads. Look forward. Place your hands down on the ground, step back into high plank. Again, establish. Strengthen the core, strengthen your hips. 1 breath here. Shift the crown of your head forward, come all the way down into your belly. Elbows nice and close, roll your shoulder blades back and down. Little cobra. Engage the quads. Curl the toes under, come through the knees, and then pedal it out. One heel, the other heel. Couple more breaths here. Bending and straightening your legs, and then walk 3 steps all the way forward. Feet hip width apart. Inhale, raise your arms all the way up, fingertips to touch. Lower your hands to heart center. So this is perfect for the beginning of the day. Inhale, raise your arms all the way up. 5 sun salutations. Exhale, swan dive, fold forward. This is our 5th one. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank. Step back, nice and strong. Nice, strong spine, crown of the head come forward. Again, hips not too high, not too low. Shift forward, elbows stay close like a tricep push-up. Tops of your feet come to the ground. Roll your shoulder blades back and down, come up. Through the knees, curl the toes, downward dog, pedal it out. So again, the idea of pedaling out, increasing circulation, but we're also getting into your hamstrings. And we're also having the knees track forward without any weight. So we're going to be working on knee strength and flexibility, and also back strength and flexibility through the strength practice. Walk 3 times all the way forward. Bring your feet hip width apart. Inhale, raise your arms all the way to the sky. Lower your hands to heart center. Inhale, raise your arms up, a little different this time. Exhale, swan dive, fold forward. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale, fold back forward. Bend your knees. Bring your ribs all the way to your quads. And sit back into your heels. Pick up your toes. As soon as you pick up your toes, you're engaging the bottoms of the feet, which you need to have, especially with snowboarding. You need a lot of flexibility and strength in your heels and your feet. And the tracking of the knees, sit the tailbone back. Bring the hands down. Take another breath. Here again, my ribs are resting against my quads. You might be a little bit lower. And then inhale, raise your arms to the sky. Keep sitting back, chair. Roll your shoulder blades back and down. And make sure your knees, so this is super important with skiing and snowboarding, that we develop that quad strength so our knees can track correctly. So throughout this practice, we're going to be working on the knees tracking correctly and also flexibility in the hips. Take another nice deep breath here. You can test if you have enough weight in your heels by picking your toes up again. Bring in your belly. Keep your hands up, but allow your ribs to tuck in so you don't have this nice big flare. Ribs tuck in, arms are still up. Another breath. Straighten out your legs. Bring your hands all the way down to the ground, standing forward fold. This time, just like we did in downward dog, bend one knee, bend your other knee. Getting a little bit more flexibility in your hips. Take a couple more breaths here. Bend both knees, come back into chair. Lower your hands to heart center and twist over to your left hand side. Bring your right elbow to your left knee and make sure that your knees are still hip width apart. They like to come together when you do this, but you want to bring your elbow to your knee and spin open. Look up. A little bit more challenging is to bring your hand down and your left arm straight up. Again, sitting back into the heels. Find that strength. Another breath. Standing forward fold. Bring your hands down. Give yourself a little bit of a wiggle here. Bend one knee, bend your other knee. Again, tracking of the knees. Bring all the way back into the heels. Bring your arms up. Tone the lower belly. Lower your hands to heart center and twist over to your right hand side. Bring your left elbow to your right knee and look up. All the way coming into your heels. If you'd like, extend your left hand down and your right arm up. Look up. Another nice deep breath. Nice big twist from the spine. Knees are parallel with each other. Standing forward fold. Bring your hands down. Shake out your legs. Look towards your knees. Take another few breaths here. Bend both knees again. Ribs come to your quads. Inhale, extend your arms to the sky. Again, tuck in everything. I should just say, tuck in your ribs. You don't want to tuck down your tailbone. Your tailbone, keep your hands up, but your tailbone is coming straight back. Lower your hands to heart center, straighten your legs. Inhale, raise your arms all the way up. Exhale, swan dive, fold all the way forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, come all the way down into your high plank. Take a pause here. Come down onto your right knee. And then spin open, bring your left arm up. Look up towards your top hand. Version of side plank. Take another breath here. Come back down into full plank, bring your feet together. heels together, nice strong spine. Come down onto your left knee and raise your right arm into the sky. Spin onto the inside of your right leg. Look up towards your top hand, engage your core. Another nice deep breath. Come back down into your high plank. Pause here. Shift the crown of your head forward, come down onto your knees. So just a couple tricep push-ups just to get some strength in the upper body and strengthen your core. You're going to come down just part way so your shoulders are still above your elbows, and then come back up. And then again, looking almost forward, shoulders above the elbows, elbows come back, back up, and then down, back up. Nice strong lower belly, down, back up. Last one, down, back up. Curl the toes under, downward dog. Bend one knee, bend your other knee. Again, movement here, increasing circulation in the legs. Take another nice deep breath, and then walk your feet all the way forward. Bring your feet hip width apart. Inhale, raise your arms all the way up. Lower your hands to heart center. Inhale, raise your arms all the way up. Exhale, swan dive, fold all the way forward. Inhale, halfway lift, engage your quads. Exhale, come into high plank. So we're doing some repetitive motions just to establish strength. So either lower your right knee to the ground, or you can simply come onto the right edge of the foot and then extend your left arm to the sky. Look up towards your top hand. If you want to make it a little bit harder, you can lift up your leg. Another nice deep breath. Vashisthasana, or side plank. Come back down into your plank, engage your core, shift the crown of your head forward, come down onto your knees. 5 tricep push-ups. So nice strong shoulders. Down, up, down, up. Elbows nice and close. Down, up. Look forward, down, halfway, up. Last one, down, up. Come onto your knees, off of your knees, and then turn onto the left side of your outside edge of your foot and extend your right arm to the sky. So a little bit easier is to look down towards your bottom hand. A little bit harder is to look up towards your top hand, engage the sides of your body, and you can bring your right leg up. Engage your core. Take another nice deep breath here. Come back down into your high plank. Shift the crown of your head forward. Come all the way down to your belly. Bring the tops of your feet to the ground. Strengthening the back. Roll your shoulder blades back and down. Lift your heart and your chest up. Bring your toenails to the ground, your quads to the ground. Look forward. Come all the way back down. This time, interlace your hands behind your back. So your hands are just by your sacrum. Keep your toenails on the ground and lift your heart and your chest up. Doesn't have to go up very far. Feel the size of the waist expand. And then pull your belly button away from the floor into your spine. Keep your toes together and on the ground, and then extend your hands forward. Awesome being outside. Bring your hands forward, and then allow everything to go down to the ground. And then bring your right hand up and your left leg up and down. And left arm up, right leg and down. And then both, and then just flutter it. Kind of like you're trying to swim in a nice big wetlands area right here. Can feel the heat build. Take another few breaths. And then bring your hands just behind your shoulders. Curl your toes, come through your knees, downward dog. Press it out. Nice long spine. This should even out the spine. Bend one knee, bend your other knee. Take a couple nice deep breaths through your nose. Retain your focus here. Just nice, easy breaths. One knee, other knee. And then come all the way forward. Bring your feet hip width apart. Inhale, raise your arms all the way to the sky. Lower your hands to heart center. Inhale, raise your arms all the way up. Exhale, swan dive, fold all the way forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, come back into your high plank. Vashisthasana again, or side plank. Come onto the right side of your foot. Come onto your right hand, lift your left arm to the sky. Keep looking down towards your bottom hand. And then lift your leg up. And then just little pulses here, back and forth. So this is great for skiers, just to have that strength in the adductor and the abductor. Outer and inner thighs. A couple more. Back and forth, retaining your balance by looking down towards your hand. You can also do this with your knee on the ground. Come into high plank, hold that. Always do this on your knees as well, especially when you're starting. Take another couple breaths, establish some stability in the core. And then bring your hand, left hand underneath your shoulder, roll onto the left side of your foot, and then raise your right arm to the sky, look down towards your bottom hand, lift your right leg up. And then back and forth, strengthening the side of the hips. Breathe in and out through your nose. 2 more breaths here. And then come back into your plank, nice and strong. Shoot the crown of your head forward, come down onto your knees. 5 nice tricep push-ups, engaging your core, your lower belly, strengthening your upper body. Coming down halfway and then up. Keep looking forward. You really don't want your shoulders to dip any lower than 90 degrees. It's bad for your rotator cuff. Down, up, down, up. Engage your core. Down, up. Curl your toes under. Come all the way back, downward dog. Walk it out. Press one heel, the other heel. And then bring your toes together. Make sure your hands are as wide as the mat. Roll your shoulder blades away from your ears and then look towards your belly. So your back should be nice and flat. And then bend your knees just slightly until your tailbone up to the sky. And then come down just a little bit lower. Straighten out your legs. Raise your right leg up. Bring your knee in towards your nose and then back up. Bring your knee in towards your right elbow. And then back up. Bring your knee in towards your left elbow. And back up. Bring your knee to your nose again. And back up. Bring your knee towards your right elbow. Strengthening the hips and back up. And the core. Knee to the middle. Back up. And then knee to your right or left. And back up. Bring your foot down, pedal it out. So we're really getting into the back body, the shoulders, the hamstrings here. Every time we do a little pedal, I want you to keep moving. And then plant your right foot down, lift your left leg up. Bring your knee to your nose and back up. Bring your knee to your left elbow, high, and back up. Knee to your right elbow, back up. Knee to your nose, back up. Knee to your left elbow, back up. Knee to your right elbow, back up. I think I missed the middle. We'll go there now. Knee to the middle and back up. And then pedal it out. Then come forward into plank. Come all the way down into your belly. Tops of your feet come to the ground. Roll your shoulder blades back and down. Cobra. Curl your toes under, downward dog. Raise your right leg up. Bend your knee, open up your hip. So we want, not only do we want stability in the hips, but we want just a tiny bit of flexibility, not too much. We want them to be tight, but we want them to be able to move in order to accommodate for any kind of crazy motions or falls we might have in snowboarding or skiing. Look towards your hands, step your foot forward in between your hands. Come onto the tips of your fingers and point and flex your back foot. Lower back down into your back knee, raise your arms to the sky. Lower your hands to heart center, come off your back knee. Crescent lunge. Take another nice deep breath here. Nice extension your back leg. Front knee parallel, or front thigh parallel with the mat. Inhale, raise your arms to the sky. Look forward, another nice deep breath here. Lower your hands to the inside of your foot, raise your right arm to the sky. You can always drop your back knee if you'd like. Take another breath. Lower your hand back to the ground, step your foot back. And then this time, if you'd like, you can shift forward and you just hover halfway in chaturanga, which is like a tricep push-up. Upward dog, where your hands are on the ground, your knees are off the ground, and then come into downward dog. Pedal it out, one heel down, the other heel down. And then lift your left leg to the sky, bend your knee, open up your hip. So while you bend your knee and open up your hip, make sure both of the heels of your hands are on the ground and you're opening up from the side of the body. Another nice deep breath here. Look towards your hands. Step your foot forward in between your hands. Again, you can drop your back knee if you'd like. Make sure your knee's right over your ankle. Remember, we're working on ankle tracking. Or ankle, knee tracking. Bring your arms all the way up. Crescent lunge. Curl your back toes under. Come off your back knee. Nice and strong here in your crescent lunge. Lower your hands to the inside of your foot. And then raise your left arm to the sky. Look up. Take another nice deep breath here. Lower both of your hands outside your front foot. Step back again. You can bring your knees to the ground or shift forward, chaturanga. Upward dog. Open your heart and your chest. Downward dog. Flip onto the tops of your feet. Bend one knee, bend your other knee, and then walk all the way forward to meet your hands. Bring your feet hip width apart. Inhale. Raise your arms all the way up. Lower your hands to heart center. Nice strong flow here. Inhale, raise your arms all the way up. Exhale, swan dive, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold back forward, bend your knees. Parallel with each other, raise your arms to the sky. Engage your lower belly. Lower your hands to heart center. Pick up your right leg. Pause here. From here, bring your leg all the way back into warrior three, which means your leg is going to be parallel with the ground. Look down towards the top of your mat. Maybe a foot in front. Take another nice deep breath here. Bend your standing leg knee, and then bring your foot back up to a chair pose with a lifted right leg. Take another breath, and then lift your leg all the way back. Warrior three, find your balance. Straighten out both legs. Pull in your lower belly. One more time, bend your knee. Again, this is for knee tracking. Bring your leg forward and quad and knee strength. And then last time, come all the way back. Flex your feet, straighten your legs. Another breath. Bend your knee, come all the way down. Bring your feet down. Feet parallel with each other, about hip width apart. Raise your arms to the sky, roll your shoulder blades back and down. Bring your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers, open up your heart and your chest. Another nice deep breath. Straighten out your legs, come all the way forward, forward fold. Breathe in and out through your nose. Shake your head yes, shake your head no. Roll your shoulders away from your ears, and then bring your hands a little further forward. Another breath. Release your arms, bend your knees back into chair. Bend into your knees. Make sure your knees are not going anywhere in front of your toes. Your hips are going back. Bring your left leg up. Hands to heart center. Swing it back into warrior three. Flex your foot. Tone your lower belly. Find your focus. Find your breath. Nothing else you can do right now besides this. Bend your knee. Bring your leg forward to a chair with one leg lifted, and then all the way back. Find your focus. Flex your foot. Engage both legs. Power, power, power. We're strengthening the glute med and the glute max. Bend your knee. Come forward. Another nice deep breath. One last time. Come all the way back, so you're also developing muscle memory with the way your knee is tracking. Another breath here. Heel up higher, bend your knee, come forward, chair. Lower your foot to the ground. Inhale, raise your arms to the sky, sit back a little lower. Bring your hands forward, sit back a little lower. Another nice deep breath. Standing forward fold. Bring your toes all the way together and your heels together. Bend your knees, bring your hands to your knees and lift your torso, and then roll your knees out. To one side, And then to the other side. Good, and then come forward, and then just come forward onto your knees and give your feet a little bit of a stretch out here and your ankles. And then bring your arms up to the sky, interlace your fingers, place your palms in the sky, tone your lower belly. Just opening up the backs of the feet, which is awesome for ski boots and for snowboard boots. Another nice deep breath. Bring your hands down, and then move your knees from side to side. Knees forward, and then to side. Standing forward, fold, extend your legs, look towards your knees, shake your head yes, shake your head no. Now with this, we're gonna come all the way down into a squat. So depending on how your knees are, you can come all the way down into a squat and then set your tailbone down, or you can set your hands down first. Roll your shoulder blades back and down, and just for a second, bring your feet up. You can hold behind your knees, or you can extend. Bring your hands to the left and your hands to the right. Again, you can do this with bent knees too. Hands to the left, hands to the right. Just one more. Hands to the left, hands to the right. Bring your knees up. Bring the bottoms of your feet together and then come all the way forward. Breathe in and out through your nose. Take a few more breaths. And then come all the way up. Roll your shoulder blades back and down. Roll all the way down onto your back. Bring your toes up into the air. Take a nice deep breath here. So this is great for circulation. You can flex your feet, all the blood rushing down into your hips. You can close your eyes. Take a breath here. And then cross your left knee over your right and lift your torso up, and then see if you can grab your feet. And then just rock back and forth on your back. You don't have to come up very far. I'm on a huge downhill, so I'm not going to come up very far. But this is just getting into the hips just a little bit. And then switch. Bring your right knee over your left. Grab a hold of your feet. If you can't grab a hold of your feet, just grab a hold of your shins. And again, back and forth. If you want to roll all the way up to seated, you can. You can make them a little bit bigger. But again, just getting into the hips just a little bit. Bring your knees into your center. And then come all the way down. Bring your feet all the way down. Bring your legs all the way down. Bring your hands out to the sides. Close your eyes. So the most important pose of your whole practice is actually to allow your whole body to settle on the ground. So whether you can stay here for 5 breaths or 10 minutes, please at least come to the ground and just allow your whole body to settle. This will reset your system, lower your cortisol levels or your stress levels, and allow you to recover a little bit faster, and allow all the internal organs that we were working on to just come back to their homeostasis state. And just a few more breaths again. Please feel free to stay here as long as you'd like. Otherwise, bring your knees into your chest. You can roll over into your right, or simply just roll up to seated. And then roll your shoulder blades back and down. Nice cross-legged position or whatever feels good. Bring your hands to heart center. So happy you joined me on this strength practice for your snow sport. I hope you enjoyed it.